Oh, we remember the name now. What a UFC that happened this past yesterday. Bilal Muhammad main eventing against Jack Della Mandela. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. Great fight, but we'll start the card off with the first fight of the card. And it starts off with the Canadian losing. Terrible start to start off in Montreal. But I have a feeling they're rooting for the France guy more. I don't know why.
First of all, you didn't say who won. Saint
Don't
Denis.
matter.
Saint Denis, absolute clinic. Destroyed him on the feet. Destroyed him on the ground. Landed like 50 elbows somehow that he wasn't still dropping. He got whooped.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
He came after 6 years and fought again. He needs to not fight for another 6 years.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. Yeah, he took a whooping. He needs to retire. But I am surprised he took those elbows. Those elbows were vicious. I thought he was going to get knocked out any second. Like he was going to drop and it was going to be done. But he's got a chin of a lifetime.
Yeah, so that was a dominant win. Second round finish, Next fight, Silva versus Grasso. Grasso, former champion. Silva looked amazing.
Yeah.
Outstruck her. Too fast for her. Kick attack was too good. Grasso is just strictly boxing. And she couldn't get in range. It was a complete dominant performance by Silva from start to finish.
A kick attack, what is she, a Pokemon?
No,
kick attack. Like
She kept her at bay with the kicks.
She did a great job keeping distance with the kicks, managing the distance. She didn't let Grasso get in because that's how Grasso's going to fight. She's going to try getting in. She's going to try dirty boxing, taking you down, ground and pounding you. That's her style. But yeah, she took a hard beating and it was a great fight by Silva.
Yeah, I think Grasso needs to either change teams because she's not going to be competitive against these people. She needs to change her style. She can't just go boxing style because it doesn't work in the UFC unless you have like serious knockout power. Because you can't get close to the people that have that can do both box and kick. Anyways, that's their coaching decision to be made. The legend Jose Aldo. Is it Jose or Jose?
Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo lost to the Canadian himself, Zahabi.
That was a close fight though.
He almost had it at the end. Soccer kicked the crap out of him.
Yeah. Prime Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
Vintage Jose Aldo with that soccer kick.
He kicked him straight in the face while he was laying down. But, he lost. He lost the fight. He also didn't make weight. Made the other guy move up and they agreed to a catch weight.
Yeah.
Or they agreed to a featherweight fight. I think he's retiring, right?
He retired, I believe. Yeah.
It's about time, the legend needs to go, Yeah, he can't compete for a championship anymore. He's not on that level.
Yeah, he was saying he can't make the weight cuts anymore. He really can't do this anymore to his body.
That's why he made it featherweight.
Yeah.
Who's the featherweight champion? Ilya. He can't be Ilya.
Well, right now, Volk.
Oh,
Ilya vacated the belt.
Yeah,
Volk. He can't be Volk. He can't be Volk.
He might be Volk.
No, you lost your mind.
But he lost this fight. Otherwise, maybe he had a chance against Volk. The co-main event. Shevchenko versus Fiorot. Or Firo. So Shevchenko came out strong first round, amazing round. She lost the next two rounds and then her championship, her IQ kicked in. Her championship, mentality, her going 5 rounds so many times kicked in and she won the last 2 to squeak out the decision win.
Yeah, it was what I would say, like, she's been grinding out some wins lately. She hasn't been getting any knockouts lately. She was a striker, but now she's turned into more of a grappler.
She's a crotch sniffer now.
She's turned into more of a grappler now. But she used her expertise and she's used the time in the octagon to grind out this win. It was a tough win. It was a tough win because she could have potentially lost that fight the way it was going. She really turned it around.
And like Henry Cejudo said, she needs to fight Weili next. Shang Weili and do a super fight.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere left to fight in that division now. Who's she gonna fight, And Chug Weili needs another challenge because she's too good. And I'm not gonna bet against Weili ever.
Yeah.
So I'll just go to remember the name, the main event.
Oh, we remember the name now.
Yeah, he came in so cocky. Did you see him walk in, entering, dancing? Doing his traditional dance, walking around the octagon like he's hot shit. You know what I mean? He thought he was Conor McGregor walking around.
I agree. This Bilal, honestly, I didn't like the Bilal coming up to this fight.
I had to cut you off.
He was overconfident, in my opinion.
To cut you off, he doesn't have hands like Canelo. He needs to let that go. See, the first 2-3 rounds, he tried to prove that he can outstrike Jack. I can't say his last name, but he tried to outstrike him. He did decent, but he didn't outstrike him. And then he tried to go for takedowns, but Jack did an amazing job of defending takedowns.
Here's the thing. In my opinion, it's crazy. Crazy that you lost the belt just to prove you're not a boring fighter.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Because
You gotta, that's your bread and butter. Hold on, that's your bread and butter. You gotta mix in takedowns with your striking. He's kind of like the middleweight champion, Drake is Duplessis.
Yeah.
They kind of fight the same.
Wait, let's not downgrade. I thought it was the same, but DDP is better.
No,
DDP
but
has been a legend after legend.
I agree. Here's the thing, but my point is their fighting style's kind of the same. Put in the pressure, keep a little distance, come in, mix the striking with the takedown. You do not have hands like Canelo. It wasn't worth losing the belt, now was it?
Yeah, Gilbert Burns apparently, I can't remember that fight exactly. Gilbert Burns took him down, I think they said 6 or 7 times, Jack Della Medea.
Yeah.
So, your best attribute is your wrestling, but you didn't use it in the beginning, and then you were getting whooped, and then you couldn't use it, because then you're already like fatigued and hurt. So,
here's the thing, I feel like Bilal was too cocky, overconfident, and he's acting like he dominated the welterweight division. You just won the belt. This is your first title defense.
Yeah, but he has a lot of wins in a row.
This is your first title defense and you couldn't defend it. You lost. He was trying to throw himself up there with George St. Pierre and Kamaru Usman like he's great like them. You're not. You're not great like them.
By the way, people got to give Jack his respect. This is 18 fights in a row, I believe. Mm-hmm. Or he's 17, one or the other. Fights in a row to win. That's more than Bilal. Everyone's been talking about Bilal, 12-fight win streak or 10-fight, and if you don't count that draw. Or the eye poke by Leon. Yeah, so I don't understand. Like, Jack, another Australian champion, and now we have the matchup set. Islam fighting Jack next.
Yeah, but I really wanted to see Islam fight Ilya, which is why I'm very disappointed that Bilal didn't get this win, simply because I wanted to see Islam versus Ilya more than Islam versus Jack. But I like to say, hold on, let me just say something. Do you think he deserves a rematch?
Bilal doesn't deserve a rematch right now because I understand his win streak, right? But, like, you didn't defend the belt at all.
Okay, now let me ask you this. What do you think about Islam tweeting that he's in a fight? It's kind of weird. He's praying for Bilal's downfall.
Buckley called him out on that.
Yeah, Buckley called him out there. What kind of brotherhood is this?
But he did say, head up, champ. What is he gonna... But think about it. He can't control Bilal fighting.
Yeah, of course.
But
I'm just playing around.
Deep inside, he wanted him to lose.
He did want him to lose because he wants to go for greatness.
Yeah, and
as long as Bilal was there, he wouldn't want to fight Bilal.
Yeah, and so now he's going to fight Jack Della Mandela, whatever. I really thought Islam was going to dominate him by taking him down. But after this performance by Jack, either Bilal Muhammad is not as good as I thought, or Jack is going to be a future, he might never lose again. Yeah. Because his takedown defense was excellent, and I'm pretty sure he can outstrike Islam. But see, Islam is a better striker than brother Bilal.
That's the thing.
Bilal is slow as hell. He thinks he has speed. He looks like he's wobbly when he's striking, even though he's just no technique at all.
Yeah, he really needs to work on his striking. To be a legend, you need to work on your striking. That's what Usman did. He worked on his striking, and St. Pierre worked on his wrestling. Came in as a striker. The two greatest welterweights learned from them.
His leg kick is slower than your grandma can see his leg kick. You know, his leg kick is so slow. His head kick. You're never going to land the head kick.
Or you got to take the Habib method. If your wrestling is that good, you got to just grind out wrestling.
Not that good.
That's the thing. But it was a close fight nonetheless. I don't want to just, Bilal wasn't, he put up a good fight. He did put up a good fight. It was a
close fight. All respect to Bilal. Not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying he needs to work on his game more and focus less on striking and just do what you're better at, takedowns.
Yeah, and I think from now, we'll always remember the name. Thank you for listening.